What should I do with those potatoes that have sprouted? How long does it take orchids to bloom? In this video, you'll find out the answers to all these questions. Hello my celestial friends, I'm Echo, the Saving Sorceress, and today I thought we would go out into my garden to plant some potatoes and watch some of my orchids bloom. Let's start with the orchids. Oh, it's so pretty! Ooh, and a new flower just opened up today. And I have a few other orchids that will soon hopefully bloom as well. This one has a lot of buds on it. We've got this one. It's lovely little buds coming along. Nearly all of the white orchid flowers are open now. Just got a couple more buds left. And this one, these buds are looking good. They're going to be big enough to open soon, and I am so looking forward to it. And then we have these as well, which were purple striped the last time they bloomed, so I expect that's what they'll look like this time. They're still rather small, but I have high hopes. They're slowly getting there. Wow, I just love them so much. It's a few weeks later, and now the white orchids have fully bloomed. They're just looking stunning. Here's the last little one. And the first of my pink orchids has bloomed with another few on the way. They are just so gorgeous. It's unbelievable. Still got some buds here that are growing bigger and will hopefully produce some more gorgeous flowers. I think those ones will be a brighter purple like they were last time. But yeah, I'm just in love. And it's another gorgeous day with the orchid plants. These pink ones are really beginning to thrive. I've got two open, and this third one is just about to open as well. Looking forward to that in the next couple days. And these purple ones are finally beginning to grow big enough to consider opening themselves. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on them. Can't wait till this whole room has burst into bloom. Look who opened up today. So gorgeous. And it's not the only one. There's another purple one opening up. Should be wide open in a couple of days. I'm so excited about this. And of course, the white flowers are looking lovely as ever. And the pink ones are really actively opening up now. Wow, look at everything today. Let's start with these beauties. They are really popping off. I guess they just needed to get started. And now they're all blooming, or beginning to at least. But honestly, look at that color. will admit, these purple ones are my special favorites. And the white ones are still looking incredible. So beautiful and dainty. And the pink ones are really shining. Even more have opened up now. And there's still a few more on the way too, which is very exciting. And it looks like this little plant may be doing some exciting things as well. So I will definitely have to keep an eye on that one. Today I'm going to do some outdoor gardening, but indoors the orchids are thriving too. Look at these beauties. This one's opening up probably today. And there's some bigger buds that are going to make an appearance soon as well. What a beautiful garden of flowers. Let's take a break from these orchids for a bit and plant some potatoes. We'll be back to the orchids in a little while. So about the potatoes, I was hoping to eat them and then they sprouted and it was kind of a lot. I was pretty disappointed because I really wanted to eat some potatoes, but hopefully I can grow a ton of them with this batch. Welcome to my budget garden. It is made with concrete blocks, so there's plenty of little holes to put plants in. Okay. I'm clearing out a space so that I can place my basket. And I fill these baskets with dirt and put potatoes into them. That way when they grow potatoes, I can just sort of tip out the basket and gather all of them for harvesting. I'm going to want to use some fresh soil too, because I want my plants to be nice and healthy. So let's do this. I'm working on my compost pile. I'm hoping next year I'll have enough dirt from that so that I won't have to really buy as much, so that I can really complete the circle of life with my garden. And I can't forget to add some Epsom salts and plant food too. I want to make those potatoes nice and healthy. And I'm going to mix it in. Perfect. And now I'm going to do the other two baskets. And here we go. All three baskets are all set for potatoes. I was planning to actually eat these potatoes, but they had other plans. Now if you're going to do this at home, try to leave the potatoes mostly intact until you're ready to plant them, or at least only a couple days before planting them, because they won't stay alive forever. But if you chop them up right before planting and just make sure you get the bits that have something growing off of them and enough to feed the plant a little bit, you should find yourself pretty lucky when it comes to growing some potatoes. Not all of them will grow into full thriving plants, but I try to plant a few in each basket in hopes that some of them do, and so we get some good solid leafy and very root-filled, potato-filled plants. So you want to dig quite deep, not all the way to the bottom. You want to give it some space, but just deep enough that it does cover everything. And later on in the season you'll want to add more dirt just to make sure they have plenty of space to grow in. Now, doing this in a small basket like this will yield smaller potatoes, but I still usually get some pretty good harvests from them. So it's a nice thing to do when you have limited space. Well, it turns out I have some extra potato pieces, So I thought I would try to plant them up on my deck and see if they grow up here. I don't know. I was once very mildly successful at growing potato plants indoors, and by very I mean I ended up with a very tiny potato. But maybe it'll be better if it's actually outside. Let's find out. Gotta put them nice and deep. A few inches below the soil at least. I am going to buy potatoes and eat them right away in the future. But hopefully one day I can grow enough that I won't have to buy potatoes anymore. Now I just have to water it and see what happens. Perfect. We'll check back in with them later on and see how they grew. The orchids are really coming along today. I moved them around a little bit so that I could really focus on the beauty of the flowers, putting them all as close to the center as possible, although orchids very much like to take up whatever space they can. They don't like to be told what to do. But I've got some lovely purple ones that have just come out. Honestly, they're doing wonderfully. Only a few more left to open. And look at how brilliant they are. And another pink one's about to open as well. Pink ones are all over the place. They really are making the most of their space and taking up as much of it as possible. And the white ones are gorgeous as ever. I feel so at peace looking at all of them. I just love to have them here in my window. And soon this beautiful orchid will start to bloom as well. I wanted to take you on a journey with me as I enjoy watching my little orchid plants bloom and grow and reach their final beauty. Well, not really final, because I didn't wait till all of them had bloomed. It's just taking a really long time. But the good news is then that I get to enjoy fresh blooms and hopefully brilliant colors throughout the spring and probably the summer too. I'm really pumped about that. I have to admit, I'm so excited about this little one. I cannot wait until it bursts into bloom. I'm also interested to see how big the flowers end up being. Last time they were quite small, and it looks like it's still going to be a pretty small plant. So I guess we'll see. But I think they'll end up looking just like these. I'm really excited about that. Can't believe I have even more of these to look forward to soon. And these, the pink and the white flowers, are just triumph. So beautiful. I feel so blessed to have a perfect window that enables me to grow these little beauties. I know orchids are generally hard to grow, and honestly, I have trouble with a few of them. But I'm very lucky to have these gorgeous plants that just thrive here. I love it. So, have you started a garden yet this year? Indoors or outdoors? Please let me know all about it in the comments below. Let's swap plant stories! Also, if you enjoyed this video, I would really love it if you'd add a like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more videos like this about growing plants, sewing and thrifting, and saving things, all with a witchy spin. I will be back next week with a brand new video, so see you soon. And remember, my celestial friends, save whatever potatoes have sprouted to grow new potatoes, be kind to yourself and to the universe, and try to add a little bit of magic wherever possible to your corner of the world. Bye. I will be... No. Well, it turns out I have some extra pumpkin. My neighbor's dog loves to bark even though he's known me for 5 years.